Hi guys, welcome to another video. My name is Momoyo and this is Yanli Gift. Take this video as what I have made since Christmas. I've realized that I've had a number of videos talking about markets, how to find markets, which markets I've attended, which ones are good, how to vet them, all that content. And I have forgotten to share what I've been doing. So I haven't stopped knitting, I haven't stopped crocheting, but a few things have happened this year. So I started as a knitter. That is way back in 2023. Then I fell in love with crochet. I actually learned to crochet in August 2023. So 2024 and 2025, I've done a lot of crochet. I just fell in love with crochet. But in between, I would do knitting. But for some reasons that I can't explain, I just did more of crochet, enjoyed more of crochet than knitting. Then guess what, guys? Came December last year, 2025. And I honestly can't even tell what triggered me to get back into knitting. But I got back into knitting. Na sasa nimekumbuka hata kwanza mahali kitu ilianza. See how confused I am. So actually, I made beanies for Christmas. Christmas themed hats and beanies. Hapo ndio my hands just fell in love with knitting. That is the genuine origin of my knitting. Christmas knit. So we're not even going back to Christmas season. We are going back to like November when I started making things for Christmas season and Christmas market. So let's start from what I have made since Christmas. And nisongeni hivyo kidogo hivyo, nyinyi kujeni hapa mbele. I started with beanies. I started with this cute beanie. I love this beanie bat. A lot of people tell me that color combination is a wow. Not wow. Whoa. Like, how did you even end up there? I have a lot of people who have said those color combinations, I can't wear, I can't be seen. These are Wakamba. I've been told all manner of things. But I also have other people who love it like I do because I truly, truly love these colors. And this is what happened with this. So I have a blanket somewhere in here that is a project for me to use leftover yarn for seal or chunky yarn, the size of seal. Majorly it is seal because that's what I use a lot. So this ones, I was like, maybe I can do something with those little balls of yarn because my hands don't feel like crocheting. So I took those balls and I made a beanie. Of course, I selected the colors that I'm going to use and combined them like this, but this was, I don't have a pattern for it. Number one, please don't ask me for a pattern. I don't have a pattern for it. I used an inspiration from Pinterest. I hope I can find it. If I find it, I'll pin it somewhere on the screen. Yes, and I love this beanie so much. Let me try and wear it for you. I think this beanie is cute. It's really cute. Don't you agree? If you agree with me, let me know in the comment section. What I learned with this is, one, I didn't know how to do good knit floats. And here are my floats. I was pulling yarn from one row to the other when I drop it and I need to pick it. And so I ended up with this. Because the very first beanie I made, I think it's somewhere on another video, I did my floats very badly and it became very tight. But somebody bought it because it was so cute. It was Christmas trees. I hope I'll find it and pin it somewhere. It was Christmas trees on it, but it became a bit smaller than I expected because of not doing the float nicely. And then from this beanie, let me show you how many other beanies I made. I made this one, which is, for this, I used seal yarn. So all this you're seeing is seal. This is Winter King. And I love this beanie. Oh my God. So I did a long brim like that so that it has a good turn up. And then I used a single color there. And then I went for stripes. I love this combination. It was, again, small yarns that are left with me. And I was just thinking, what do I do? So actually the projects you're looking at here are very good for your stash, your remaining small pieces of yarn. So here we go, another beanie. And then I did, this one is an old project that I frogged. I think I've talked about it somewhere, frogging it and winding the yarn. And then I made one beanie. This is a mix of stockinette stitch, double ribbing, 2x2 ribbing, and also there's a ribbing part up here. Again, inspiration from Pinterest. And this particular stitch, on this one, you can't see the texture nicely. So the change of stitches is not visible because this is variegated yarn. But I did the same design with this, which is, this is cotton yarn, milk cotton yarn. So in pink. So here, the definition of stitches is very clear. You can see it very clearly. And I did this pink one and I did this one in cream. Now, let me tell you, this is Milk Cotton Ivory's brand. Yenye imenifanya mchezo. Yeah, it has messed me a bit because even here, it was all good when I was doing this beanie. But by the time I was getting to the reducing or the reduction to make the crown, the yarn thinned and thinned so much, but I still finished the beanie. So it's a little bit thinner here than it is at the bottom. This is the other milk cotton. You know, the one that comes with Chinese brand, and people also brand it to their own brand, that one. This is way much better than this. In terms of the quality is consistent, the thickness is consistent, the quality of the yarn is consistent all through a whole skein. However, I find this a bit rough and I find the Ivry's very, very soft, but then it disappoints on, it's not consistent in thickness. It's not consistent in what else? Yeah, largely in thickness. Yeah, so that design, I made 3 of them. And all 3 are made for adults, so they're all adult size. This is slightly smaller. I would say this is a large. I would say this is an XL, and this is an XL. So for people with braids and long hair, you can do the XL. Okay. Then I moved on to, we're doing beanies. This is another beanie made with very thin yarn. Is one of those yarns that I got from the US. I can't remember the name. Do I have it somewhere? Yes. Oleni. Yeah. So this is the yarn I used, Baby Soft. It's Lion brand. I got this from the US. Machine washable and dryable. You can use it, you can wash by machine, you can dry by machine. It's 60% acrylic and 40% polyamide, which I think is nylon. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's Baby Soft. To me, it doesn't feel as soft as Baby, but it is still very good. I've made this beanie using 1x1 ribbing all through and then doing a reduction of the crown at the top. So this beanie can be worn by maybe 2 sizes people because it has a positive ease. Then I started getting very, very interested with art. So mixing colors, how do I design those mix of colors? And I made this beanies for kids. So this is one which is Winter King also. and it's blue and gray. So this is boy, and it's a simple stitch of just alternating the two colors and getting that. And then the crown I finished with a single color. I did a bigger one, slightly bigger one in pink and red for girls. I was trying to get the heart here and the stripes like that. That's a design. All these beanies, I have no patterns. I just look for inspiration on Pinterest. I see something, color combos. I see a pattern. I look at it. Is it easy for me to replicate? And I go ahead and do. So there we go. Then there's this beanie that I was trying. I don't know whether in knitting it's called tapestry. I don't know. I'll figure it. I'll find out. Yeah, so this one is also Winter King, and I decided to try art on it. Mistake number one I never did a chart to help me knit this heart. So I was doing this free flow. Tell me if you think I really tried. Good. The other thing that was quite a challenge for me is the floats. So my floats are this wide, very, very wide. But good thing it's a beanie, it's not a sleeve, because I imagine if this particular kind of float were in a sleeve and somebody is wearing it, a baby is wearing it, the fingers will get stuck in the float. But I love it too. Then this is where the headband started. So I started this, I wanted to actually make a beanie, but I realized it was too wide. So I decided, let me make it a neck warmer. This is Winter King as well. So I made it a neck warmer. And when I finished it, I was like, wow, I could actually do neck warmers that have art on them like this, and they'll be gorgeous. So after doing that one, I thought you can do one that is a neck warmer and as well as a headband. So I made this one, Winter King as well. And this, I decided to try a bit more of art on it. So I made those squares like that. And the floats are way better this time. Can you see? I can't believe. This was like my best progress in managing the floats on the inside. So this can be used as a neck warmer, and when it's not on your neck, it can hold your hair like a headband. Yeah. So from there, I made these two headbands. This one, Winter King as well, and the other one is this one. This actually demonstrates how you wear it. They fit very well. I find them very snugly, better than the crochet ones. I had a crochet somewhere I wanted to show you. The one that I used for sizing. Yeah, so the crochet ones have a bit more ease. These ones are snugly, the ease is not as much. So you have to pick one that fits you properly. Then after that, I made the famous Sophie scarf. But mine is not truly a Sophie scarf, but same, it's a replica of Sophie scarf. So this was the first Sophie scarf I tried. Let me tell you, I tried the I-cord. That I-cord, I tried. I watched tutorials. It didn't work. So I was almost giving up on making that Sophie scarf. Again, I have not bought that pattern, so don't ask me questions about that pattern. For me, mine is a replica. I think I can tell the general construction of Sophie scarf. The hardest part for me was the I-cord, and I just decided to do away with the I-cord. So I made this little one. I'm still yet to tuck in the threads, the edges, but this, you can tie it once like this. I'm avoiding the mic. Yeah, there you go. Tie it like this. Or you can actually have it go around your neck twice for maximum warmth, especially when it's cold, and bring it to the front. It can be made in various sizes depending on what you want to achieve. But this is the first one I made, and it's a thin one, so very easy to wear even with dresses and maybe suit collars. And then I made the second one. Now, this is yarn that I got from InStitch. I think it's a blend of acrylic and wool. I can't remember. I don't have the label anymore. But it's cute yarn. Then this is the thin milk cotton. It's called Flores. Flores, yes. I get it from Osona. And I decided to make another Sophie scarf, but this time a little wider. So this is wider. I wish I made it longer than this. However, it's still doable. It's still doable for a very cold night. And also this one, I haven't done the edges. And I love those two scarves. I think I'm going to be making more for this season. Now, moving on, I ventured into baby stuff. In 2023, 2024, I think. Yes, 2024, I made an attempt to make baby stuff. But the farthest I went was blankets. I tried wearables, and the first project I did, I unraveled it. I couldn't continue, but I made some blankets and I sold blankets. I think what encouraged me to stick to blankets is because that time I was selling lots of baby blankets. In 2024, I sold a lot of baby blankets. So I dropped this idea. Then, for some reasons that I can't explain once again, I started feeling like making baby clothes beginning of this year, which is just not even a month old. And this was my first item. I think I made, there's some here. I started off with this. Let's unpack it. I started off with these two booties, these ones. And when I made these booties, yarn was left, or I still had remaining yarn. And so I made a beanie for a newborn. And when I made this, I got hooked. I was like, I just want to make these little things. Are so cute. It's so nice to make. Yeah, so I got hooked. So this was my first set, which I have packed here for demonstrating how you can gift your friends and relatives who are expecting babies. So these are some of the gifts you can do to them. You can also use this for announcing your pregnancy, maybe to your parents, to your husband, to the baby daddy, to your friends. You can use this. Also, your friends can buy you as a gift for baby shower. Yeah. And I made that one, and I also made another one. So in this one, I made the booties, the two booties for newborn. But the beanie I made for age 3 to 6 months, or maybe can be even worn by older than that. And the reason I did that is because I was thinking, what if everybody buys newborn gifts? So maybe somebody can take this, and the booties can be for newborn. And because you don't know what other gifts are coming to the new mom, you can have the other piece of the gift a bigger size to be worn much later, so that the mom is not left with hundreds of newborn items. It happens. It does happen. I'm sure you ladies will tell me it did happen to you if you've had babies. Now, after I made those two, I decided to explore more ideas. And I decided, let me make a full set. I had this white yarn let me make a full set of an outfit. So this one has the booties. It has a newborn size beanie. It has a newborn size pair of pants. And it has a newborn size to 3 months sweater. And this one, I had white yarn, but I was also thinking it's very nice because it's neutral. If you don't know the gender of the baby, then you don't have to worry about the color when you gift someone. Then after that one, I was like, let's make one for a girl, baby girl, because there was pink yarn. And this one, the beanie is for 3 months and above, 3 to 6 months maybe, or can be worn by older than that. And then I made a cardigan. I love it. I'm yet to put buttons, but the cardigan is newborn. Newborn. And it's so cute. The yarn was one of those yarns I get from abroad. I don't have it here. And it's super soft, super good for a newborn. This one is amazing. So we have those two ready, those two sets. This one has no booties, but I have some yarn that I'm not so sure it can be enough for booties. I'll see. So if you have a friend who is expecting a baby, you've been wondering where to get gifts for her, please, you know where. And then now recently, this is the recent finished project. I thought, well, there are moms who are having their second baby, so they have their older siblings, like they have older children and they're having second babies, you can buy them a gift. But what I noticed with my children growing up is if you're coming to visit a baby and there's another young child who can't understand the difference between this baby is getting gifts and I'm not getting, it's only fair for you to go with 2 gifts. So maybe you're going to see a newborn, but in that house, there's a newborn and there's another 3-year-old, 4-year-old. They cannot tell or they cannot understand why you brought gifts for this one and you never brought for them. So it's only wise to go with 2 gifts, one for the one you went to visit and one for the older siblings. So for that reason, I decided, let me start making sweaters for older siblings. Yeah, this one is a very older sibling. This one is like age 4 to 6, depending on the child size. And this is the first sweater I have made. This is Cillian. I honestly and genuinely love Cillian. I do. So this is Cillian. And the inspiration for these stripes is again from a designer called Petite Knit. I saw a sweater she had done with this kind of striping, the way it is, and I liked it and I thought, well, it's easy to use, so why not make my own? Once again, I have no pattern for all these things that I make. I just look at people's work. I am inspired by people's work. I go to Pinterest. I get inspiration from there and I make. So this is a raglan sweater and you can see that the neck, I did 2 inches. And then after that, I just continued the increase to create my arms and the body. It's done in circular, raglan top down. So when I finished this one, I had one skein just slightly used. So my mic died on me. And I talked for a long time before I discovered it's dead. I was talking about this beanie when it died. So finished this sweater, had some yarn left, almost a ball, because I used very little of this to finish the sleeve of this sweater. And I did not want to put this back in my collection of small, half-used, quarter-used, 3/4 used yarn, because that's what I'm trying to finish. So I decided, why not make a beanie that can match the sweater. And you can either, now I can't stop looking because I don't want it to happen again. You can either buy the two together, or you can buy a beanie on its own and you can buy the sweater on its own. Depends. This beanie can fit up to preteens, I think, or anyone with a small head size medium, it will fit. So it's made in 1x1 ribbing. It's a long beanie so that it has a good turn up. One thing I discovered when I was doing this stripe here, I actually put it a bit low. So that meant that I have to do a bigger turn up and therefore a bigger beanie. Otherwise, the dimensions of this beanie are not the exact dimensions for other beanies. I have a slightly longer turn up to accommodate these stripes. And when I was doing these stripes, I just wanted something that matches this sweater. So after completing that one, I wanted to make another one so that at least I have two. And I also have some yarn to combine. So this is what I'm currently working on. It's another sweater. This one I did a neck of 2 inches and it's not a double folded neck. It's just 2 inches high. This one I've done a double folded neck. So I've done 4 inches and then folded it to give it a thicker neck. And this is going to be holding steady around the neck as opposed to the one without a fold. It's a bit loose. So if you don't like, touchy garments on your skin, this one works, this kind of a neck. If you don't mind your garment sitting nicely on your neck, this one works. That's the difference. So this is another top-down raglan sweater. It's going to be probably just one size smaller than this one. So look out for this one when I finish it. And I will have two. So if you have 2 kids, you can buy them both. Let me tell you what my plans for this year are. Currently, this is likely to change because it does change. I really want to do a lot of knitting. So my hands are just asking for knitting and knitting. So there'll be a lot of knitting in 2026. Secondly, I'm going to reduce the items that I make, the products that I make. In the previous years, I make everything. This time I feel like bags, I'll make bags. I feel like baskets, I make baskets. I feel like this, I make quite a lot. So I have a wide range of products. This year, I want to narrow down to a few. So I'm focusing more on scarves and beanies and then kids. And for kids, I'm just starting with beanies and sweaters. Newborns, I will add pants because they don't take a lot of time. And the reason why I've decided to narrow down the items I make or the products I make is because last year I really got overwhelmed. I got so overwhelmed because I was doing everything and then there was so much with work, with life happening. And I got overwhelmed trying to have at least 2 pieces, 3 pieces of everything that I make. So this year I want to narrow down so that, one, I give you quality and quantity at the same time. If I'm only doing beanies, scarves, and kids sweaters, then it's easy for me to perfect those 3 products and give you quantity and give you quality. So that's it. That's the reason why I'm narrowing down. I've just finished what I will do. What I want to do this year is take custom orders. And the reason why I'm not taking custom orders is because last year I got very overwhelmed that I disappointed customers by taking too long. A customer comes to you and asks you, can you make this? How long will you take? How much will you charge me? Those are 3 questions the customer has for you. And I would say, yes, it will take this time and I will charge you this. I took money, but I wasn't able to deliver within the time frames I was giving because there was so much happening. And that just did not disappoint the client, but disappointed me as well and left me questioning whether I really can do custom orders? Am I in a position to do custom orders? Am I ready for custom orders? And I decided, no, I don't think I have the time and the capability to do custom orders without disappointing a client. So for that reason, this year, I'll be selling what is ready. So if you're thinking of something, if you see something, you've seen something in this video and you're thinking, I want it in a different color, I would like to adjust that pattern a bit, I'm sorry, I won't be doing custom orders. And it's simply because I don't want to disappoint you. I disappointed customers last year. I've had to refund money beginning of this year because I honestly am unable to finish the project. Having said that, I hope you've liked my new products. I would love to hear from you. What do you think about what I'm making? What color combinations did you like most? What color combinations would you like to see? Also, let me know what else would you like to see me do in terms of colors for the kids. I'm a bit lost there combining colors for the kids, but I think it's because I'm working with yarn that I already have. That's one. But your suggestion for colors would really be helpful to me. If you've never subscribed to this channel, this is the time you do so. Please hit that button and hit the bell so that you don't miss out on other videos that I'm going to post. Remember, this year I'm also talking so much about markets. I'm encouraging and inspiring and preparing people who are looking to venture into markets with their knitted and crocheted items to get into the market. So my previous videos before this one are talking about markets. If you one of the people who would like to join markets, please go and watch those videos. And until the next one, Nawalobotom, subscribe. This looks good, doesn't it? Bye.